Hello everyone, and welcome to our third course in the construction management specialization, which we will be focusing here on construction cost estimating and construction cost control. My name is Ibrahim Ode, and founding director of the Global Leaders in Construction Management and one of the professors at the Department of Civil Engineering and Engineering Mechanics at Columbia University. You are part of the construction management specialization, which focuses on 4 courses. The first one focusing on mostly in the initiating and the planning of the project. The second one focusing on the scheduling part of the project. A third, which I will be talking in more details about it here. And the last one in the specialization to focus more in the construction finance. That being said, let's talk a little bit more about the construction cost estimating and the cost control outline, and to take you in a quick journey, I call it, to understand what's the roadmap that you will be facing during this course to understand what you will be learning. So in this course, we will start by giving a general overview of cost estimation, and after that, we will jump into better understanding the design phase to be able to do the right estimation in the process. Then we will give an overview about an introduction to the types of cost estimates, with more focus in that specific module on the early phases of the project, which is from the conceptual and the preliminary design of your project, the feasibility studies. Next step, we will go into the details, especially when you have the final design completed, and start talking about quantity takeoff and measurements. In this section or that module, we will focus on examples like cut and fill, deep foundation, concrete work, structural steel, interior finishes, and facade. Once done with the quantity takeoff and measurements, we will cover the pricing process and then to show how you build the estimates. After that, we will cover quickly procurement, as well as a section or a module in post-contract cost estimation within a project, of course. From the part of cost estimation, we will go to cover then cost control, because it's totally different area, cost estimation and cost control. So we will cover what cost control is, and we will speak about project cost control methods with more focus on the most common tool or method, which is the earned value method, or EVM. After that, we will highlight a section on the close-out period of the project, from talking about the punch lists as well as final approval and turnover to the client. Toward the end of this course, we will cover tips and we will share experiences when it comes to cost estimation in practice, with adding a flavor of international component. To add to that, we will study also the project cash flow in more details and link all what we learned with how technology is adding value from the trends, from the practices, what's exactly in the field, in both areas, cost estimation and cost control. The last 2 points in our course we will cover to add to what you learned from the first 2 courses about program management, and highlight the program point of view when it comes to the control of your costs of the program. And after that, we will wrap up by finalizing to add to a special component that I highly recommend it for you to always learn and always understand and always read about it, is lean construction. And we kind of connect that to the costs and cost control. As you notice from the first one, Introduction to Lean, and the second one, focusing with Lean and related to scheduling, and this third course to focus with the cost control. Now, when it comes to especially cost estimation, I always say that it is very, very important to know that the more experience you get in this, and especially in the cost estimation field, the better you get in doing estimation. That's why my approach to deliver this specific topic of cost estimation was to invite one of our industrial partners, to be specific here, the company called Turner & Townsend, to deliver in collaboration with my group, with my research team, the details of construction cost estimation. Turner & Townsend are, just like for your, as an FYI, to understand the basics, why we invited also several of these industry partners. Turner & Townsend, or TNT, are a global independent construction firm headquartered in London with approximately 5,000 staff in 100 offices around the globe. From Turner & Townsend, we have two well-experienced gentlemen who I had the opportunity to work very closely with and to deliver along with their work, with their help, with our group teamwork, and the estimation part, the cost estimation part of the course you will study in here. So let's highlight the first two gentlemen coming from Turner & Townsend first, and then we will go about what other guest speakers also we had to add value to our project or our course. Started by James Sneath, who is an Associate Director of Cost Management with Turner & Townsend here in New York City. He has a natural drive for success within more than 15 years experience in the construction industry, working in the USA, in Australia, in Western Europe, and specifically UK. James gained a considerable amount of a global experience working in real estate, infrastructure, and the mining industry, and even wrote an article for the Building Economists on being a cost estimator. In addition, we have Ian Taylor, who is a project manager also with Turner & Townsend in New York City, graduated also from Columbia University, and it was good to know him and see how he was tasked with both learning in the job and completing his master's program at the same time. He worked in several tasks. This includes cost management, which you will be learning about during this course, as well as project control. In addition, we have also Mr. Kevin, and he's a Senior Vice President at Harbor Limbach. And Kevin will be talking about also from a technology point of view about cost estimation and a little bit cover about the cost control. He's one of the few that I really saw that he can capture the technology aspect when it comes to cost estimation from several presentations I saw in the last few years. So we are lucky to have him on board. Ben Miller, he's a project manager with the Gilbane Building Company. He's a frequent speaker to Columbia for several topics, including the project cash flow and project delivery methods. So I am really happy that he will be presenting to you the area of project cost control. We spoke also about James and Ian, and as well as Sam Spata, who everyone who watched the first two lectures or courses know already Sam and his expertise in lean construction and lean processes in general. We'll be also talking about lean in this course and connected with the cost control part. Chris Toomey, a very, very, very dear friend of mine, a wonderful gentleman, very well experienced, Senior Vice President at AECOM, one of the few people who is very expert when it comes to program management, when you deal with several billion-dollar projects or programs, will be also talking how his, in the field, from a practical point of view, the cost control part in a program, how they deal with it at AECOM from theory and the practice. With that, I want to welcome you all for our course, me and my speakers, and I hope and wish you a very good learning journey for the cost estimation and cost control class.